Hello, my friends. Welcome back to the vlog. Welcome back to Everyday Comfort. Today, I'm going to focus on doing some freezer meal preps. It's January, it's the first of the year, and in getting back in the flow after having, the holidays off, it's good to have some stuff that's just grab and go, convenient. You can take it with you in the office or working from home either way. So I'm going to attempt to do that. Now, one of my goals for 2025 is to try to make more bread products. I probably won't do it for everything, but try to incorporate it. Unfortunately, in this particular recipe I'm about to do, I'm going to use store-bought tortillas. So I know I have made them before, the sourdough tortillas, but not for this recipe. I am going to try to make my own chorizo, however. So just like in a previous video last year, I posted a video about how to make your own chicken sausage. Well, we're going to use ground Jenny-O turkey, and we're going to add our own chorizo seasoning. Now, you can do a mix, and maybe at some point I'll do a spice mix on that. But again, out of convenience and just to save myself a little time and be a little easier on myself. Sometimes you got to give yourself grace. To be easier on myself, I got this salt-free mix off of Amazon. So I looked at the ingredients. It doesn't look too bad. And you know what? For a start, we'll try it. I'm going to add that to the ground turkey, make my own chorizo, add that into the breakfast burritos. And then we just have a, tasty grab and go situation. So what I'm going to do now is add my ground turkey to the pan back here. And on this skillet I have heating, I'm going to do my potatoes, and then we'll combine the two of them together. All right, so I have the turkey in the skillet. I'm going to chop up some quick onion, add it to the skillet along with the potatoes. Okay, so we have the onion here on our griddle. Turn that down just a tad. I'm not trying to burn anything. Okay, so if you've seen, I shared on my socials, my Instagram and Facebook, and also my community tab on this channel, I shared about a pantry challenge. Just to give a little bit more basis to that, your traditional foods pantry, if you're trying to, make stuff more homemade and less processed food for a healthier diet, there's four corners, if you will, of a traditional food pantry. The 4 points are your short-term pantry, which is like your regular kitchen cabinet type of situation. Your long-term is more like where you designate maybe a formal pantry. If you're in an apartment, a cabinet. If you have a built-in pantry, or if you have like a garage or a basement area that's dedicated to a actual pantry. So that's your long-term. Your short-term, your freezer is the third one, and then you have your refrigerator. Now, your freezer works also for longer term items, as in like what you can't can or preserve through like dehydration or whatever. You can put it in your freezer, so you can make meals using super cubes, or in like this recipe I'm about to show you, and you can make your own prep ahead foods. quesadillas, burritos. You can make casseroles. If you get the 2-cup super cube, if you get the 2-cup silicone, you can make yourself like miniature casseroles, miniature lasagna, miniature chicken pot pie, those type of things. You can even use super cubes if you're not cooking to save on takeout. If you get Indian food, Chinese food, you can use those silicone molds to freeze your stuff, freeze your food. You can vacuum seal it, and then it's preserved for when you want to eat it the next time. It'll taste just like the night you bought it. This is all in ways to also save money, as with inflation, we don't know when, if groceries are ever going to come back. I guess, I don't know what you consider normal. If prices ever come back to normal, we don't know. But we know that today might be the cheapest that we can buy this particular item. And if we buy it if we buy it in bulk at this price, 6 months from now, we can still enjoy food at this price, even if 6 months from now the prices have gone up. You know what I mean? So you can it's kind of like a price control type thing and a health perspective as well. Twofold. All right, so I'm going to add a little bit of extra seasoning on these potatoes. I need to get a little bit of some onion and garlic powder on my potatoes. I hope you guys have had a wonderful start to your year. And before you know it, we have another long weekend coming for MLK. So time is just on fast forward, it seems like. And with it feeling like there's never enough hours in the day, trying to help yourself out by setting up your kitchen for success is going to be crucial, We all have busy lives. I mean, I have a full-time job that I do. So, trying to fit everything in, sometimes you got to use the weekends to be able to get yourself a leg up on things. So before you get back out in that rat race, you know what I mean? All right. So I think this is pretty good. We're going to let this cook right here, and we're going to leave that alone. And let's get back over to this sausage, and I'll take you over with me so you can see it. A lot of liquid that came off of this, so I'm going to have to drain it before we put some seasoning to it. So potatoes are good to go, and the turkey chorizo is still working. Now, this is not going to look like the traditional chorizo that has that really red flavor. What I ended up doing was adding in some beef bone broth to give it a richer flavor with the turkey. I also added some Frontera. I'll show you. It's like a chipotle taco sauce that I like to use on my chicken tacos. I added a little bit of that in there along with the chorizo seasoning. And, your usual seasonings of salt and pepper, onion powder, garlic powder. So it's going to taste enough like it for me. You do it based on your flavor level and your taste. I did add some onions in here. I did not have any peppers, but you can add peppers, jalapeno peppers, bell peppers, just really build it up and make it your own. But yeah, for me, I think this is going to be, I'm going to let it cook down a little bit, but I'm going to use this, and then I'm going to incorporate my potatoes into this ground meat chorizo mixture so that I can add that to the to the breakfast burritos. We got the potato and chorizo working. So now what I'm going to do is add some egg whites to 3 whole eggs that I have. I think that should be enough, Just add a little bit. It stretches the eggs for me, and it'll give us more bits of egg in our burritos. I just want to tell you that it smells amazing in here. But I always say that. But it really does smell good in here. It really does smell good in here. So let's turn this back on because I turned it off when I was transitioning my potatoes here. Got a little olive oil on the skillet, and I will take you guys over to see the potatoes and chorizo. It is looking really, really good. The color is acceptable to me, and I'm going to turn this off and let it sit so we can get to plating up once I finish the eggs. Okay. I think. Yep. So I got this little griddle for Christmas, and I've already used it like a million times. And it's funny because I say that I don't want to have a whole lot of gadgets, you know. Don't want a whole lot of appliances, but this really has come in handy. I'm not going to lie about that. All right. So I am going to pull out a plate. I thought I had one in there. Okay. And there we go. Get that off of there like that. And on to the next one. I like a soft scrambled egg. I do on occasion have like a fried egg, but I don't like a runny yolk. So I have to break the yolk because, yeah, that whole runny yolk thing, not for me. All right. Okay, and the last one. I haven't tried to do anything hibachi or anything yet. I have made some steak on it. I made some eggnog French toast for Christmas as a little treat to myself. But that's about it. All right, and we are ready to assemble. Come on. Ready to assemble our burritos. I have to do quite a few of these, so, and I have to figure out what kind of rhythm I'm going to use here as well. I got these carb balance spinach and herb tortillas just to mix it up a little bit, be a little different. We're going to put a little cheese down. Now, am I skilled at wrapping burritos? No. We're going to do the best we can. We're going to do the best we can is what we're going to do, because guess what? Nobody is really going to be looking at it. You're going to be eating it. So as long as it tastes good, you know, I think that's really all that matters. Okay. So we're going to add a little bit of this egg here. Put that down there. And then I'm going to get some of this potato chorizo mixture, which I think is really going to be the star of this show. There we go. That's good enough, I think. All right, now let's try to roll it. I don't think I got the right size either at that, you guys. So, oh. All right. I don't think this is going to be successful, but all right. So I rolled it up like this, like so. You see? And I'm going to take the corner of this aluminum foil, and I'm just going to roll it up like that. So then, when I'm ready to grab it, I can just stick it in the oven, let it heat up, and I'm good to go. I think that's how we're going to do that. I need to write the date on there as well. I ran out of parchment paper, so I'm in between needing to get some of that. But we're just gonna make do with what we got here. Sometimes you just got to use what you have. And then whatever I don't use for this mixture, I'm going to freeze it and put it in the freezer. And then I'll have it ready to go for another batch when I'm ready to do another batch of breakfast burritos or breakfast quesadillas. Whichever, you know, it is up to you how you want to use it. I will link below the seasoning if you are interested in this salt-free chorizo seasoning. Hey, try this again. Take it in on the sides. Roll it up and tuck. Roll it up and tuck. Boom. All right, that was a little bit better. That was a little bit better. We'll go from the corner here. Roll it up. And boom, we have another one. Let me finish wrapping these up, and I'll come back to you guys in a few. Right, so I have my stack here of burritos. I made 7. It's not bad. So now I have those to go. I do have some remaining mix of the potato and chorizo because, you know, it was a pound of meat that I used. So what I'm going to do, like I mentioned before, is just add them to my cubes. And I might be able to fit all of this in just one cube. But yeah, I'll just have it. And then the next time I need to make a batch of some breakfast burritos, defrost it and cook up a fresh egg and get some cheese and roll them up. There we go. Got them in there. It'll freeze up and then I'll vacuum seal it. Good to go. Good to go. Now there's one other thing I want to talk to you about, and that is my current challenge. Like I said, I mentioned before, I did a challenge posted on my community tab and on my Facebook and Instagram. If you use the hashtag I think Everyday Comfort January Challenge. Just show if you're, doing anything to like do breakfast prep, freezer meals, anything you're using to get your, pantry in whatever way, whether it be your regular pantry or your freezer, whatever way you do in order to get yourself prepared for maybe some meal preps and stuff like that. Let me know. I think I might have a little something and put you all in a drawing to win something random, but cute. And we'll do that at the end of the month. So I'm looking for the hashtags. So this is another one of those cubes that I'm telling you about. So this is the 2-cup one. This one is your 1-cup one. And this one is your half a cup one. They're all in different things. I can link them down below. I got them off of Amazon. So what I did was I took my macaroni and cheese and sweet potato casserole from Christmas after I had made it and put them in the cubes. And what I'm going to do is vacuum seal them individually so I can grab and go, and it keeps it in the same, condition. It doesn't go bad. Nobody's expecting you to eat all your Christmas dinner at one sitting. So this is a good way to preserve your food. Like I said, with your Chinese takeout, those type of things. If you don't finish it all, you can always freeze it and put it in your freezer. If you're a person that has a hang up on leftovers, or if you're a person that has uncomfortability with frozen, I think you should just start with baby steps to kind of get yourself in the mindset. But again, given how things are right now with the financial climate, how things are going to continue to get worse before they get better. They're projecting that, stuff is going to continue to go up over the year 2025. So, what works for you? If you take any tips from this, that's wonderful. I am grateful. And let me know below if you plan to use this recipe. Let me know below if you plan to do any preps of your own. And I will see you guys again soon. Take care, friends.